Hello, my name is Andrew Flushy. I'm a Virginia traffic attorney. A lot of clients ask me if their license is suspended, are you able to drive a moped or a scooter or something like that? The answer is very complicated, unfortunately. The first thing we have to look at, first of all, is to be sure that you actually are talking about what we legally call a moped. So that's something you want to talk with an attorney about and look at your specific vehicle you're looking at getting or riding and make sure it actually is what the law calls a moped. It has to be a certain size, under a certain cc's, and importantly, you have to operate it under 35 miles per hour at all times in order for it to be considered a moped. But if we are talking about a moped, there's another question we have to look at. Why is your license suspended? There's two main different reasons why people get suspended in Virginia. One is due to an alcohol conviction. So if you're convicted of DUI or DWI in Virginia, your license is suspended for 12 months for a first offense or 3 years for a second offense. During that time, you cannot ride a moped. The law prohibits you from operating any engine other than pursuant to your restricted license during that 1 year or 3 year suspension. So you can't operate any engine unless you have a restricted license. So, and if you can get a restricted license, you would be able to, have it drive a car or whatever. So no mopeds except pursuant to a restricted license if you're convicted of DUI. However, if your suspension is due to something like failure to pay fines and costs at the court, so if it's simply due to money basically with the court, you actually should be able to drive a moped while you're suspended. And so that can be a very critical difference because if you're suspended for fines and costs, you normally can't get a restricted license at all. You're walking completely, but being able to drive a moped can at least give you some kind of mobility, and depending on all the facts of your case, it should be allowed. But that's something you definitely want to talk to an attorney about before you purchase a vehicle like that and assume that you're okay. Because if you are driving when you shouldn't be, you could be charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license, and you could be looking at additional license suspension.